entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. I open my mouth and plant it, for I long for thy commandments. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Rivers of waters run down mine eyes, because they keep not thy law. Rivers of waters run down mine eyes. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word. Order my steps in thy word. Order my steps in thy word. Order my steps. Order my steps. Righteous art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. yet do not I forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Thy law is the truth. Thy law is the truth. The truth. The truth. Thy law is the truth. 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 I have done judgment and justice. Leave me not to mine oppressor. Be surety for thy servant for good. Let not the proud oppress me. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation and for the word of thy righteousness. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Deal with thy servant according unto thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes. I am thy servant, give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above fine gold. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on The Baptist Bias. I'm your host, Pastor Shelley, and we're doing a Mega Marathon live results. Things are still being tallied. We're still getting results coming in. If you did sign up for one of the Mega Marathon events on the God Resource website, you could go there now and you could actually just put your results in there, the number of soul winners and the number of salvations. That'll help us with the tally. I've gotten messages from lots of different people, and so we're going to be doing our best. I see some people are putting their comments in the chat. I'm here with my co-host, Ben the Baptist. How's it going, Ben?
It's going great. Great to be here. Mega Marathon. A whole bunch of people got saved. We did some soul winning in the DFW area today. It was successful, and I'm just thankful to be part of it. You know, I've been a part of a few of these now, and I think 2026 is going to bring in those numbers. We'll be showing them here momentarily. But Pastor Shelley, what do you think about Mega Marathon 2026?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, my afternoon partner was a little iffy.
Little sketch.
But other than that, I think it was pretty great. So, of course, got my new IFB mug here, courtesy of Pastor Thompson. I've got the new IFB t-shirt,
nice.
Sticker. I mean, I'm just sold out, I guess.
I think we need a new IFB jersey. That's what I want to see next.
That sounds kind of awesome.
Yes.
I heard
the number could be 1611 on it.
Former pastor Grayson Fritz had said that in the new IFB you have to get a members only jacket.
Where can I get one of those? That sounds
Can we
epic.
get like a new IFB
the new
members only jacket?
I feel like this is your new theme. And I don't know if this has started this year or maybe bleeding. Actually, no, it started last year, where you kind of take attacks from the enemy and you turn it around and you make it something cool that we all embrace.
It's the year of copying. They preach a lame sermon with a title, and I'm like, I'll just use the same title and preach a better version.
Built,
of it, right?
not bought is an example of that.
Well,
and then, of course, the honey badger name that you adorned your Facebook page with. So
the weasel. I just, it's funny. I didn't even sign up for the new IFB fan club. I was just put in there by Roger Jimenez, and so I just, I just said, hey, who wants to join me? So it's been fun. And, I have some good news because some people are just constantly hammering me like, how do I get one of these new IFB shirts? Like they just want it. It's like in such high demand. Number one, show up at the conference. I mean, that's how you get stuff. But I do have good news for you, even for the late bloomers. We are going to be making a special order of more new IFB fan club shirts. And I'll try to put them on God Resource if people want to get them. So we're going to be trying to get the more popular sizes, smalls, medium, large, and stuff like that. But we don't have any. So we're just going to have to order more. We're not going to have the FBBF 25 on it. It's just going to be strictly a new IFB fan club shirt. It's a slightly new design.
I'm ready.
But it's going to be very similar. It's going to look the same. And we're going to order some more of those. So be on the lookout for that. I know people keep hammering me like, how do I get one? The problem is we just don't have any. I think we have only a handful left, and they were all just triple XL or a kid size. So
triple XL.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my size.
Triple XL. That's your size. Yeah, you definitely could fit into that pretty well. Mm-hmm. Again, godresource.com/events. If you created an event, you're a host, you can go out there and you can post your results. So let's just look at some of these. Baguio City, they had 15 soul winners and 112 salvations.
Baguio?
Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I'm butchering
I saw the name of that city earlier today, and I could not for the life of me figure out how it's pronounced. So Baguio sounds like it may be right. We can get the correction from people if we're wrong. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. We've got Germany, 5 soul winners, 4 salvations. We have someone on our crew helping us make a spreadsheet to keep track of this. So we're just kind of shooting off the hip right here. But Croatia, that's pretty awesome. 3 soul winners, 12 salvations. It said a lot of seeds planted too. So it also said OMI TV. I don't know. It looks like they may have gone in person and then did some OMI TV as well.
Nice.
Chennai Mega Marathon, India. They had 16 soul winners, 29 salvations.
There we go.
So that's pretty good. So we'll come back to this. You can we'll come back to some of this here in a little bit. If you want to call into the show, 231 Baptist, and you want to just tell us about how it went. We might have some pastors join us on the show just to give us a little bit of an update of how their events went. If you want to call in, 231 Baptist, we'd love to put you on the air. You can tell us about how your Mega Marathon went, any cool salvation testimonials, or any kind of numbers you want to share. A lot of great events out there.
Yeah, Pastor Stuckey had put up a bunch of numbers on his Facebook page. Just a few of them here. He's got Masbat City, 13 soul winners, 44 salvations. Manila had 49 soul winners, 107 salvations. Baikal, 5 soul winners, 19 salvations. Ramblon, 2 soul winners, 4 salvations.
You're really getting these names great.
Pangasinan
Wow.
had 5 soul winners, 13
What
salvations.
was the name of that one? What was the name of that one?
Pangasinan had 5 soul winners and 13 salvations. That's a pretty good ratio right there.
Wow.
Tanay had 13 soul winners, 40 salvations. Calapan City, 3 soul winners, 7 salvations. They even went to Hong Kong, China, Pastor Shelley. The communist Chinese getting the gospel of Jesus Christ today at the Soul Winning Mega Marathon. And believe it or not, 2 soul winners at a grand total of 5 salvations out there in communist China. Praise God for that.
Dude, that's incredible.
2 soul winners, 5 salvations in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I don't know much about China, but like in general, that just seems like really amazing. So
Laguna had 9 soul winners and 34 salvations. Dubai, 5 soul winners, 6 salvations. Melbourne, 15 soul winners, 4 salvations. The list goes on and on. And I think the numbers are continuing to come in. This is the way I described it on my Facebook page over at facebook.com/BenTheBaptistKJV if you want to follow me there.
where do they follow you exactly? What's the link? Do you have the link?
Cheap plug. This is the only election day that matters, folks. Of course, we know that those who believe on the Lord Jesus Christ are elect according to God the Father. They've believed, so they've been chosen. And this is the election day that actually matters, not the political one in which a bunch of puppets are, you get to pick between 2 different puppets that both worship the same Jews.
So, and not everything has an event registered. So for our crew paying attention, we've got in Canada, Brother Shane, their group had 3 soul winners and 7 salvations. So if we can add that to the list, we got Brother Shane from Canada, 3 soul winners, 7 salvations. I'm going to keep tallying. Brother Sean Jolly said they had a Mega Marathon event registered, but wanted to report 15 salvations in Hampton Roads, Virginia, with 5 soul winners. So that's great. I think I had a couple other messages. I'm trying to make sure. People message me in like so many different ways. There was another one in the Philippines, and I don't know if it's on the sheet or not. But it was the Baguio City one.
Baguio.
Okay, so
Pampanga as well is on there.
Yep. They had in Baguio. They had a lot of salvations over there. The Philippines is where it's at, folks. I think that Pastor Stuckey's sheet had like over 600 from all their combined events over in the Philippines.
Yeah, looking at Pampanga had 28 soul winners, 30.
It was just Canada. I don't know exactly which part
salvations.
Of Canada. It was 3 soul winners and 6 salvations for Canada.
Philippines as a whole.
Salvations,
Philippines as a whole, 194 soul winners, and folks, 614 salvations for the Philippines. And that is great. I believe there's some of these cities sound a little Spanish to me.
Well,
Maybe
of course, they were conquered by the Spanish.
Okay.
So,
well, that would explain it. I mean, this one, Nueva Ecija?
Which
I'm just going to stop. Pastor Shelley, just go ahead. Just you take over. I'm not even going to bother with
So at Steadfast Baptist Church, we had 107 people register on the God Resource website. I'm just pleased that many people could do that.
This event was also, in many ways, the launch of the God Resource Events website.
Yeah.
How did it go, in your opinion?
Honestly, I think it exceeded expectations just because we didn't really have much prep. We didn't like say that much about it, but I think just the site worked pretty well and we had a lot of participation. We had 107 people sign up and we had 112 people show up. So that's a really good turnout. We had about 112 people show up for soul winning at Steadfast Baptist Church, and we had 97 salvations. So honestly, that's really good numbers.
97 for us here in DFW. Salvation.
It could trickle up. Sometimes people are slow in reporting their stats and stuff, but that's what we had so far. Is we counted 97. There was Kyle Harrison had an event in New Zealand. He said he had 13 salvations in 3 hours, just one soul winner. So, shout out to Kyle out there, just taking New Zealand on his back and just carrying the way. Las Vegas had 10 soul winners, 5 salvations, and shout out to the Herseys. I've known the Herseys for a really long time. I got to go out to Vegas. I think it was 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. I was pastoring at Pure Words Baptist Church, and I had a trip that was going out there for work, but I was able to meet up with them and go soul winning just to kind of, just be an encouragement. We had a soul winning marathon, and it's great to see the Herseys just staying strong. I mean, they've been steadfast all the way. They're steadfast in my book, even if they don't come to our church.
Imagine living in Vegas and then thinking salvation's by works. It's like, come on, give me a break.
Vegas is a weird place. So there's another town called Henderson, and it's kind of like off of Vegas a little bit. And there's like almost no casinos that I don't think there's hardly any casinos in Henderson. It's kind of like a nice area, but I highly recommend Henderson. Like if you ever visit, like I stayed at some resort there it was a work trip. It was a React conference. So it was like a coding thing or something, but we got to stay at this cool resort. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's very like Phoenix as far as climate and just kind of that desert landscape. Very beautiful. If you're in Las Vegas proper, it's kind of dirty and gross. It's like limited to the strip itself as being kind of all the lights and stuff.
Grimy.
But even though like you're there, it's just like it's still filled with like homeless people and weirdos and freaks and all kinds of stuff. Like I feel bad for anybody that lives in Vegas because it's definitely a gross and dirty town in general, and it needs the gospel in a bad way.
It got
shout out
to today.
Shout out to the remnant. It's a remnant in Vegas. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna be really honest. But shout out to them. Houston Mega Marathon. Pastor Enrique Reyes, Springcrest Baptist Church, 23 soul winners, 60 salvations. That's awesome. That's great. Houston is receptive, folks. Like, if you're anywhere in Houston, you got to join up with Springcrest Baptist Church, Pastor Enrique Reyes. It's an awesome place to go soul winning. I love it, especially if you're a Spanish speaker. If you're a Spanish speaker, Houston is super filled with Spanish speaking only. I feel like, 25% of the population in Houston is like only Spanish speaking, or mostly like they can hardly communicate in English. And so it's a big deal to be able to get the gospel in Spanish. I would say I probably got more people saved in Spanish than in English in Houston, just not because I'm that great of a Spanish speaker. I'm not, or that great of a soul winner in Spanish, because I'm probably not, but just because there was just so much opportunity and they're more receptive. And so, I highly encourage people to learn Spanish. Great event. If Pastor Reyes wants to call in, we'd love to have him. It's pretty cool. If you go to the site, some people uploaded some pictures even.
Yeah, Pastor Reyes was asking
events.
about how to... He says, how do you add a picture? We have him on the line anyway.
How's it going, Pastor Reyes? I don't know if you heard me yet.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. And yourself?
Great. Tell us about the down under, way down south.
It was good. We actually, it's funny, you were talking about how much Spanish there is, and there is a ton of Spanish in Houston, but we purposely chose an area that wouldn't be so Spanish dense just because of our soul winners. So we actually went to the 3rd ward. So if you're from Houston or the Houston area,
wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about
And
that
it was
area.
super receptive.
When you say
So
if you were to
third-
die today, it's real.
As a
Sounds
matter of,
receptive.
yeah. As a matter of fact, we went to Shipley Donuts and some lady was opening the door and closing the door for us. I guess she was trying to get paid. Real nice lady. I checked her salvation, and she heard that we were going to Cooney, I guess the project. And she's like, well, there's a lot of dogs and, just be safe. It is dangerous. So
Yeah.
that's literally the truth. Yeah, but it was great. 60 souls, 62 salvations, just what you'd imagine when you're out in the 3rd Ward. I would liken it to like Compton in LA or like, just the most ghetto part in any other major city, just the most run down, impoverished, super receptive. So it was really, really good. I appreciate you guys putting this together. I love the website, by the way. I use it all the time.
Cool.
I'm going to plug, if you don't mind, really quick. I use it for all my Bible writing. I used to use Bible Gateway, and I hate it because of all the ads. And now once you updated God Resource, I just exclusively use that for copying and pasting, doing the word search, and all that good stuff. It's great for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to update a lot of pieces of it, and I'll probably even update some of the Bible searching stuff. I added a feature where you can copy the verses a little bit easier. So just because I was using it, I was just like, man, this helps me. I liked Bible Gateway, like some of their features, but they kind of lacked in some other features, and so I kind of built that site like 10 years ago based on Bible Gateway, but then just tried to add in some of the features that I wanted. Because the thing that was annoying is when I'd like search for a word or something, and then when you click the result, instead of like staying on that search list, it would just go to the page. And I kind of wanted to stay. I wanted to stay with my search results and then just kind of like, pop in and out. And that's kind of why I made, the site the way it is. And so great turnout, 23 soul winners. That's great for y'all.
Yeah, no, it's been great. And, I appreciate all the support. Obviously, all the things that transpired, and the church is thriving. It's great. Everybody's just really plugged in. So, we really had a good time.
Y'all didn't change on the Trinity or anything?
Not yet. Never.
Not yet.
Never.
Yeah. It's funny how
change,
people
but I
go
can't
through these
help.
battles after us. It's like he had like a Trinity battle like
Oh, he did.
like a year or two ago or something.
Oh, yeah. I thought I heard about something like that.
I don't remember
going on
the timeline, but
with,
it's just funny.
Yeah, they always
Pastor
blame,
is.
somehow they always, anytime I get a battle like that, it's either Pastor Anderson's fault or Pastor Shelley's fault. So
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's the way it grows. But no, I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. I mean, we had a great day. The weather was great, and we had a good turnout, and everybody's super receptive. No dogs. Nobody was harmed in the making of all this.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'm really looking forward. I need to come down there sometime, visit you guys. It would be great to see y'all again. I know you invited me, and I couldn't make it earlier in the year, but hopefully we can reschedule and figure out a time. I'd love to come down there and visit your church again.
Just in case, I know you're super busy. By the way you're talking, you are scheduled for July. You confirmed with me. So
Right.
So if that needs to change, just call me. But I mean, as far as you and I are concerned, you are on the.
Yeah. What day of the week was that again?
I don't remember.
28, you mean?
Oh man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to all the numbers. I appreciate you putting all that up there. And guys, God bless.
Oh yeah, July 19th. Okay, I have it on my calendar. All right.
Okay, good.
July 19th. I've got it.
Yeah, I mean, and by the way, I appreciate you telling me to reach out to Pastor Mejia. He came out, and we had a huge turnout because of him. So
yeah, I'm not going to bring that many people. So sorry, I'm not cool like Pastor Mejia. Pastor Mejia brings the crowd, folks. It's real. I mean, what did you have, like 90 people in service when he showed up?
Yeah. And they all want, I mean, he's like a celebrity. Like I told him, as a matter of fact, I just stayed out of his way. I said, look, during the service and after, I'm just not going to talk to you. because everybody wanted to talk to him. They wanted his autograph. I mean, he literally is it was amazing. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It was pretty cool.
I'm just glad that he's still our friend, like after being cool.
Well, Pastor Shelley, if you go down to preach for him, maybe that won't happen with the autograph.
No, it's not maybe, it just won't.
I wanted to help make you feel a little bit better.
Okay.
I might show up.
Wow. So you could get Ben. No, I mean, honestly, Steadfast usually travels well. I think the last time we did come out there, we had a big group come down with us, and it was a big blessing to have that many people show up. I think we had over 100 people in that service in the morning. I can't remember what the numbers were, but... Yeah,
it's still the record. It was 106.
Nice.
You brought out like 80 members at that time.
Well, you told me 200 people could fit in the sanctuary, or at least maybe you said the building, and I thought sanctuary.
No, I was wrong.
This is not 200 people.
200 people fit in the whole building.
Out. Yeah, that would be the whole building.
Yeah. No, I did say that in error, but I appreciate you coming out anyway.
It's okay.
Yeah, man.
It's great to hear from you. God bless y'all. I hope you have a good Easter. Thanks for calling in.
You too. You guys, God bless. Kick butt.
This person in the chat room says, "Hey, brethren, I preached to 2 groups within 1 hour, and I had a few one-on-one presentations. That's how I got 13 saved within around an hour here in New Zealand. God bless." And yeah, I put that in the chat that I figured that was the case. It's always, an interesting opportunity
that's awesome.
When you're able to get a group of people together to preach the gospel to them. I know when I go on mission trips, I try to prioritize that or try to find places where there are groups of people hanging out, whether it's the laundromat or obviously a college campus, schools, parks, things like this. So that's great. I'm glad that you were able to do that. Preach to some groups there out in New Zealand. Keep up the great work. Kansas City Baptist Church, by the way, is reporting in with 37 soul winners and 9 salvations. Praise God for that. Kansas City Baptist Church, again, 37 soul winners, 9 salvations tonight as the results continue to come in here for the Soul Winning Mega Marathon 2026, the only election day that actually matters.
Right. Now, I have a spreadsheet where I'm trying to keep this data. I don't know if we can pull that up, and I'll kind of go through the list, and we're still updating. So if we don't have you or whatever, just message us, throw it in the chat. We're trying to get all these events in here. So Steadfast Baptist Church, we had 112 soul winners, 97 salvations. Faithful, I haven't seen their stats, so I don't know. I might have to text Pastor Anderson. He might come on the show. So we're still waiting for the Arizona. Soul Winning Baptist Church had a lot of events, plus they had some core, other churches and other friends and other groups. So they had a lot of events here. So you were trying to say these. I don't know if I can say them.
Why don't you give them a shot?
We had Miss Bate City, 13 soul winners, 44 salvations. Manila, 49 soul winners, 107 salvations. Pampanga, 28 soul winners, 32 salvations. I think it's Baikal. It's 5 soul winners, 19 salvations. Baguio, 15 soul winners, 112 salvations. Romblon, 2 soul winners, 4 salvations. Nueva Ecija.
That's the one.
Nueva Ecija, 3 soul winners, 6 salvations. Cavite, I'm probably saying it like a Spanish way, and it's probably different because it's actually Tagalog or something. Cavite is 7 soul winners, 15 salvations. Laguna, 9 soul winners, 34 salvations. Sikahor, 2 soul winners, 13 salvations. Pangasinan, 5 soul winners, 13 salvations.
The way I said it was
Tanay,
better.
13 soul winners, 40 salvations. San Mario, 14 soul winners, 38 salvations. Calapan City, 3 soul winners, 7 salvations. Mandao, 26 soul winners, 130 salvations. Oh, wow, that was really good. I think I don't know. We have a couple here that don't have some of the data. Liloan and Consolacion. Hong Kong, 2 soul winners, 5 salvations. That's impressive. I know you brought that up, but it's impressive. Singapore,
Worth bringing up again.
I don't know how many soul winners we had, but we had 15 salvations. That's great. Dubai, 5 soul winners, 6 salvations. Melbourne, 15 soul winners, 4 salvations. Shane from Canada had 3 soul winners, 7 salvations. Sean Jolly from Virginia, they had 5 soul winners, 15 salvations. Straight Paths Baptist Church, St. Louis, 11 soul winners, 8 salvations. Kissimmee, Florida, we had 2 soul winners, 2 salvations. Straight Paths, Kissimmee, sorry, you're right. What did I say?
I just corrected it. It's Kissimmee. Go ahead.
I thought it was Kissimmee.
No, it's Kissimmee.
Straight Paths Church, Idaho, 6 soul winners, 12 salvations. Chicago with Brett Stockton, 6 salvations. Bible Believers Baptist Church, Yakima, Washington, 6 salvations. It's been a long time since I've been up there to visit. Atuna, Pennsylvania, we don't have anything listed yet. Jerry Lou, Toronto, Canada, 5 soul winners, 7 salvations. There's a 0. Okay, if there's a 0, they just didn't have any. Okay. Las Vegas, Nevada, 10 soul winners, 5 salvations. New Zealand, we already mentioned that. Kyle Smith, 13. That's great. He got to preach a couple groups. Manchester, UK, 13 soul winners, 12 salvations. Houston, Texas, Springcrest Baptist Church, 23 soul winners, 60 salvations. Fort Syme, Germany, 3 soul winners, 3 salvations. Frankfurt, 5 soul winners, 4 salvations. Croatia, 3 soul winners, 12 salvations. Kenai, India. Now, I think he posted a picture. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah. Here we go. Kenai, India. Look at that. That's impressive. And they had results. I don't know if the results are posted. They might not be posted on the site, but I had it on the spreadsheet.
So just to be clear, you can upload images of these events to the God Resource page.
Yeah, if you're the host.
If you're the host
or an admin, you can upload a picture.
How long do the events remain on the website after
so
they've
they had
already
16
occurred?
soul winners and 29 salvations. He said that broke their previous record of 28 salvations in a soul winning marathon in India. So that's the best day they've ever had in India. You know, the people that say that I just hate India, look what's happening. Look at these people. Praise God.
You read the salvation.
I'm not saying that I did anything. I'm just saying that, like, hey, there's still people. There's people in India. There's people that live in India that are willing
and they're preaching the gospel
to present their data to us. So they must not hate us.
No, and additionally, I want to point out that you just mentioned the country of India in a positive context.
What was the context?
About the salvation number.
Yeah, exactly.
It's receptive.
India has a rich history. You know, they have all kinds of interesting facts. They have a lot of people. I mean,
there's a lot of people there.
I've worked with a lot of Indians.
Same here.
And I've talked to them on the phone. I've liked them. You know, it's a false accusation to act like I don't like. It's similar to, it's how people say that I don't like beans because I don't put them in my chili. And it's like, I can like Indians and hate Hinduism. I can like Indians and not be super jazzed about curry specifically. You know, like right. I can have, there can be distinctions here. And maybe, I guarantee if I grew up in India, I'd probably love the food. I'd probably be like the biggest enthusiast ever. I believe when you look at top cuisines in the world, Indian food's usually like top 5. Many times it's like number 4 top cuisines ever. Usually number 1's Italian. So, you know, I can't throw too much hate. And hey, if it wasn't for an Indian theater, we would have not been able to have the preserved Bible in theaters. They gave us popcorn, soda pop. They accommodated us.
They did.
Hey, it was fun. It was fun to get to watch the preserved Bible in an Indian theater. And so they sell samosas.
Praise the Lord for that.
Did you have one?
Heck yeah, I did. I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to have some samosas. I like samosas.
Apparently it was so popular because people were just showing up. They weren't even showing up to watch movies. They were just showing up for the food specifically.
Right.
They were just ordering samosas or whatever, and they just wanted the food.
So I asked a question I don't think you heard, but how long do these events stay on the godresource.com/events page after they've concluded?
Well, they always stay there. It'd just be a past event.
Yeah, so it's in the past event page just forever?
If you click like in the filters all,
yeah.
So you're seeing both upcoming and past, and then you just click Mega Marathon. You should be able to see all of them.
Cool.
So I may, as time goes on, categorize it by year or something like that, so it just get like too like confusing with all the data or something like that. But right now, since it's fresh, it's just basically old and new. Like
So we
it
could
didn't
go back
happen
and
or
look
not.
from 3 years ago, hypothetically, and
absolutely.
see what events occurred during that year.
We could compare.
That's cool.
Chicago, Illinois. We'll go back to the sheet and. Sorry, I'm not even looking. I don't know if we have. It looks like we have another caller potentially. Let's bring on our caller, Keith, Utah. Keith from Utah. Can we bring him on the show? How's it going, Keith?
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing great. Great to have you on the show. How did the soul winning go today?
Soul winning's great here. I just wanted to ask Ben. I was the one that wrote some of those articles recently about you guys, and wanted to see if Ben had any feedback.
We can kill the caller's being weird. He's not like answering the questions or something. So, let's go back to the spreadsheet. Chicago, Illinois, 10 soul winners and 9 salvations. So we had Traverse City, Zion Baptist Church in Michigan, 3 soul winners, 2 salvations. I think that the update on this one is they said they went out and they didn't have much soul, like they didn't get anybody saved from like just door to door, like personal evangelism. But then they just went home and did some OMI. And you know what? I like the zeal. I like this. Hey, you know what? Even if I can't get someone door to door today, I'm going to use the internet. I'm going to use the OMI TV, and I'm going to get some salvations for the day. We also had Pretoria, Georgia, 6 soul winners, 20 salvations. That's great numbers. Cochrane, Canada, 9 soul winners, 5 salvations. Look, you got to fight for those Canada salvations. I'm telling you, that's impressive. Lebanon, Pennsylvania, 3 soul winners, 2 salvations. We've got Fortress Baptist Church, Winnipeg, 14 soul winners, 3 salvations. That's great work up there. It's probably still snow up there. Biting Word Baptist Church, Orange Park, Florida, 17 soul winners, 10 salvations. Shout out to Brother Theo. That's great. They had 17 soul winners over there at Abiding Word. That's a good turnout. 10 salvations. Jacksonville had some receptive areas.
It's my old
going soul
home.
winner, going soul winning. How do you compare Jacksonville to Texas from a soul winning perspective?
I think it's very close. I do think Texas is more receptive overall. I've gotten more salvation since I've moved here for sure. But Jacksonville still, I would consider to be a receptive area. There's plenty of places to go soul winning, plenty of ghetto areas where it's going to be receptive. And, it's where I cut my teeth soul winning. Jacksonville will always be a special place for me.
I think we have to be honest. Like going to a black area is more receptive in general in Florida or in Texas.
Absolutely.
But what I kind of experienced, and I don't know, I'm not saying that there's no one that's racist here, but I feel like I experienced more racism in Jacksonville than I
where
ever
they
did in
said
Texas.
they didn't like you for being white?
Yeah. Did you ever experience that, or is that just me?
I'm going to be honest. I've never had that happen to me where somebody was like, white man, leave the neighborhood. I don't know if they like...
Is it because you're not white enough?
The skin tone is pretty white. I would think they would consider me white, but I really don't know why that has happened. Maybe they actually think... Maybe it's obvious that I'm Middle Eastern. I don't know. But I've seen it happen with soul winning partners that I've gone with. Pastor Oz, I've seen people make comments toward him here in Texas. It wouldn't surprise me though, Pastor Shelley, but we're saying with Jacksonville, because I will tell you this, the most encounters that I've ever had with Black Hebrew Israelites, those psychopaths, has been in Jacksonville, Florida. I've had a total of maybe 1 in Texas since 2020, since I've moved here. But in Jacksonville, it happened like 3 or 4 times where I would encounter these Black Hebrew psychopaths.
Yeah, the Hebrew Israelites were much more enforced out there. I think we have Pastor Corbin Russell, who was calling into the show from Straight Paths Baptist Church. Let's see if we can get him on the line. How's it going, Pastor Russell?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing great. How did it go today?
It went really well. You already saw some of the numbers come in for our church plants in Boise and St. Louis, and I'll update on God Resource too, just so you have it there. But here in Tucson, we had 23 soul winners and 16 salvations.
That's great.
So it was.
Did you have tacos?
And we were more Texan in our cuisine. We had brisket. So one of the guys in our church who's he spent some time in Texas for a while, and I don't know if that's where he learned to do it, but being as good as it was, I'd have to assume that's where he learned to do it. So we had brisket and just kind of a potluck, but it was good.
Texas just makes the world better. So I can understand those comments. Also, tacos are great too. So, the Tex-Mex combo is all there. Brisket tacos. Sometimes when you have this crossover, it's a pretty epic crossover. So maybe we need to have you back out here and have some brisket tacos.
That'd be great. I'm not a fan of fusion, but I feel like I would make an exception in that case.
I feel like you would enjoy this fusion for some reason.
I think so too. So yeah.
You got some church plants out there too. I feel like you're conquering the world over here with straight Paz Baptist Church. Like, what's the goal?
Well, we're just trying to catch up to Pastor Thompson. So the bar has been set high for church plants, but we will get there perhaps one day. But we had 7 soul winners and 12 salvations in Boise, which when you think about it, it's only 4 less than what we had here in Tucson, and a third of the soul winners basically. So just goes to show you that Boise is a receptive place after all.
Seems like a good place for a church.
Yeah, in fact it is.
For like a Baptist church.
Yeah, it's going great out there. Yep. Yeah, definitely a Baptist church, New IFB Baptist Church in particular. And then in St. Louis, we had 11 soul winners and 8 salvations. So for a first go-around, I feel pretty good about those numbers. But I'll mention, too, that, one thing that was particularly encouraging for me today is, at least here in Tucson, is that we had people that went out soul winning who had been soul winning, but this was like the first time they started actually giving the gospel. And two of those individuals are people that have grown up in our church. They've been, since day one in our church, and they've been coming with their family since they were, children. And now they're teenagers, young men. So for me, it was just real encouraging to see the next generation, seeing the importance of what we're doing, that what we're doing matters, that it has an impact, and just having the courage and the boldness to just start, opening up their mouths and boldly make known the gospel. So for me, that was probably the most encouraging thing as far as today.
No, that's great.
To know that it's not going to die out with us. The next generation sees what we're doing and they're following our example. So I would, for me, that was especially encouraging. So,
yeah, I mean, I grew up in church,
I just wanted to
but I didn't know how to do soul winning when I was a teenager. I didn't even really know how that works. And it's great. It's great to have teenagers participate, get plugged in, be zealous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think watching other people do it too is what'll give you the boldness to step out in faith and try yourself.
Yeah.
I'd seen videos of soul winning on YouTube before I went out and did it myself, and it was through watching those videos and going out as a silent partner as well, and watching the talker actually give the gospel, where I said, I want to do that. I want to step up. I want to do that myself. So it's really important.
Yeah, it's great. I was just thinking about the fact, for me, I wanted to do it so badly that I moved from a church, that wasn't doing it, just to be part of a church that was doing it. And it's still great, just, all these years later, that it's not just 1 or 2 churches, it's several churches now. So, I guess this is just the new IFB imploding, but, I'm glad to be a part of it if that's the case. But the other thing I wanted to mention, too, is you brought up the church, the Marathon in Traverse City. That's my hometown. That's where I moved from. And the guy who's running that, Chris Roop, is actually a guy I knew when I went to that church years ago. And, at the time, he was just a teenager, young man. And so he found Pastor Anderson like years later after, he grew up. I think he's in his 30s now. He's got a family and everything. But he found Pastor Anderson on Spotify, of all places.
Wow.
And then as he's listening to Pastor Anderson, he hears the name Deacon Corbin Russell. He's like, is that Corbin Russell? And he looked it up. So it was, it's a small world out there.
That's
and
funny.
He hit me up on Facebook. He's like, I was, his grandmother, Barb Roop, was actually real influential in my mother's salvation. So, just again, and kind of speaking to what I was saying earlier, it's just real encouraging to see, people, that are coming up, people that there's just like wave after wave of this movement that just keeps happening. You won't ever get this idea that, we've kind of peaked, we've reached everyone we're going to reach. I mean, the example of Pastor Mejia, yourself, others. I mean, we should just keep doing the work, keep putting ourselves out there, because there's never going to be an end to the people that are going to be reached through our efforts.
I think that we're going to get a second wind.
I think we might even be on like the fourth or fifth. I mean, what wind are we on even? Like, how many waves is this? Like, it's just going to be one or after another. In my opinion, is the way I see things. And the next generation is going to hopefully keep doing what we're doing, and just this thing's going to keep going. So, yeah. So that was encouraging for me to just.
I can't remember what was Pastor Anderson's like first soul winning marathon timeline, because I'm trying to remember. I remember Dearborn, Michigan was one of the first ones they did. It might have been the first one, and I think
it was the first one. Yeah,
it was like maybe 20
marching to Dearborn.
It was like 2014, 2015.
Was it 2018?
No, it was like
I don't know.
It was like 2014, 2015, somewhere in that range, and
yeah.
And like then they started doing them everywhere, like the Portland soul winning marathon. You're in that.
Yeah, Portland was next.
You were there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He did DC.
Yep.
So there was like Georgia. I think they did one. So then they just started doing these all over, and it was kind of like a big deal. And in 2017, we did the Mega Marathon. We did all 50 states. 2018, we did all 50 states again. And so I was talking with Pastor Anderson. We want to bring that back next year. So next year, we're going to do all 50 states, plus all the international.
Yeah, I forgot that was. Yeah, I forgot that's how it was. You're right. I forgot it was all 50. Like, I forgot that was the old pattern of doing things. That'd be great. Yeah. That'd be awesome to see happen again. Maybe I'll already be in like 48 of those states with a church plant by then. I don't know.
That's
lofty
funny.
goal.
I'll have the lower 48 or the lower.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
covered.
All 50 states is just getting Pastor Russell to join the event, and so then you basically have it all. Pastor Ray has confirmed that the brisket at your church is legit. So he confirmed that he had went in October, and he said it's legit.
Yeah, he would know. He has firsthand experience. This isn't all talk here, folks. But I'll confirm that Houston is an incredibly receptive place. As if the numbers weren't evidence enough. I remember going to preach at Pure Words. I think it was Pure Words. I don't know if you had me out there preach one time, or it must have been. Yeah, it was Pure Words.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, Houston is just an incredibly receptive and friendly place, and I just kind of thought, well, confirmation bias, I'm sure they're friendly enough. But when I went there and went soul winning there, they are very friendly people. Like, people would like, I can't remember who I was going with, but they would just hold up the invite and say, hey, have you got one of these? And people would like walk down their driveway, and they were just very courteous, and they would take the invite. So Houston is receptive, and I found it to be the people there are very friendly too. So, yeah, I didn't get to try any of that seafood I saw Pastor Enrique took Pastor Mejia to, but if I'm ever down that way, I'm going to hit him up on that. So,
somebody sent me a shirt. I don't know who made it. Faithful Word Soul Winning Marathons, and the first one does have Dearborn, Michigan, June 2015. Yep. So. The second one was Washington, September 2015, and then Portland, Oregon was the third, November 2015. I only kind of remember these, and then Atlanta. I only remember these vaguely because we were making that Man of God movie, manofgodfullmovie.com, and I put a lot of these in there. I was actually at the San Antonio, Texas one. That's on the shirt, April 2016. And then I moved to Faithful Word like the next month. Because I remember I went there, was Manly Perry's first service, and Pastor Henderson was preaching, Roger Jimenez was preaching. It was a back-to-back sermon night, and I walked up to Pastor Anderson, and I had already met him once because I had gone to the Steadfast 1-year anniversary. But I walked up to Pastor Anderson, like, hey, me and my family were moving to Faithful Word, next month. And he was just like, okay. And then just like walked away. And I just, like, my wife was like, kind of like, she was anticipating that conversation. And so I come back and she's like, oh, was he excited? What did he say? Like, how did it go? And I was like, yeah, he's kind of focused on his sermon. you know, it's just like, but now I kind of like, in hindsight and like in seeing things, he had tons of people always saying like, we're going to move to your church or whatever. And like, he doesn't care. He does not care at all. Like it means nothing to him. And of course, a lot of people stab him in the back and trash him. So he didn't know. And then I remember my first service at Faithful Word, I stand up because back then Pastor Anderson used to do the stand up thing. He doesn't do it anymore, but you remember he used to have everybody stand up. Like, is this your first service? So me and my family stand up, and then he's like, "You've been here before. Sit down." I was just like, okay. I had never been there before, and I was just like, all right.
He's just remembering you from San Antonio.
Yeah, I guess he just thought he remembered me or something. I was just like, it was kind of funny. On the shirt, we also have San Bernardino, California, 2016, Boston, Massachusetts, Gaborone, Botswana, Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, those were 2016. Jacksonville, Florida, 2017, January.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Minneapolis, Minnesota. I went to that one. It was cold. It was January 2017. Georgetown, Guyana, Port of Spain, Trinidad, Lilongwe, Malawi, Bedford, Maine, New Orleans, Louisiana, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, Albuquerque was not receptive. I went to that one. Hermosillo, Mexico, and then Toronto, Canada. So this shirt has a lot of different of the marathons there. Yeah, 2016, 2017. That's what I kind of meant by like our first win. Is we kind of had this like 2016 to 2018. We just kind of had this like big marathon win, a lot of excitement. Everybody wanted to be our friend. And then like from 2018 to 2024 is like everybody's like, I don't want to be your friend, separating, bozos, whatever. Right. And I think we've kind of gotten through the trash. And I think we're back to our second win. What I mean by that is I think we're going to see 10 to 15 new churches that were our friend want to become our friend. Like I think in the next few years we're going to see like a bunch of like all replacements for all these little tiny churches that were leeches and parasites trying to attach themselves to us, and we're going to see like a new flock of like 10, 15 churches that actually want to be our friends.
That's a pretty big number.
I'm just saying it. I think so. I think we're going to see a lot of people coming our way.
Churches coming from the old IFB, you're saying that turn? Like
I think there's a lot of scenarios. I think there's going to be a lot of scenarios kind of like Pastor Enrique Reyes, where they have like a newer guy that kind of likes us, and he's getting, as soon as he kind of gets the torch, he's just going to kind of come our way. Or maybe some newer guys.
I mean, they're out there. There's people out there that are already friendly. They might not be vocal. We might not know who they are. But it's not like there's nobody out there that isn't already kind of, at least in their heart and mind, leading our way. So especially with everything that's taken place with, all the Zionism and all the war over there and just the lid being blown off, the dispensationalism and all that. Yeah, I mean, eventually they're going to have to just look at their Bibles and look at what we're saying. And, yeah, they're going to just have the boldness to come around. I could see that happening for sure.
Well, thanks so much for calling in. Any last shout-outs?
Yeah. GodResource.com. Thank you so much for making that great site. I'll be sure to update my events there. And I again, very clean, very, very easy to use. I'm really just, again, thank you for putting that together. I think that's going to be a great resource for all of these events that we do going forward. So just a thank you to you for that.
Yeah. Put all your big conferences, soul winning events on that. And we want to just keep using it to network and get more people soul winning. So thanks so much, Pastor Russell. We've got another caller on the line, Pastor Oz from Oklahoma City, Anchor Baptist Church. Let's see if we can go ahead and get Pastor Oz on the line. How's it going, Pastor?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Thanks for putting together the site. Everything went well. Good turnout today.
Give us some numbers.
Yeah, so we had 30 people show up, and 14 of those were talkers. Ended up having 19 salvations. And round one, I have to admit, was pretty dang rough. We went to an area of the metro we had never tried before. There was a lot of white people and angry Karens and Satanists, so that was great. So we pivoted in round two.
That doesn't seem like it would go well.
Yeah, no, we got lots of calls today and fun messages, and maybe we'll have an Easter protest. I mean, that'd be great. So most of our 19 salvations, I would say, was just in the round two zone there. So.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, I think, is pretty receptive. It can be a little hit or miss here and there, but I think it's very receptive. There's a lot of opportunities out there, so I'm really encouraged by the results that you guys had. I think that there's some great results.
Yeah, I also want to shout out Brother Todd Simbera. He is up from Michigan. He's visiting our church this weekend. He told me he's only ever done like a handful of organized soul winning times in his life, but that he's watched a lot of the soul winning content of the new IFB, and he's been doing it by himself up in Michigan, and he preached the gospel and got someone saved today and did a pretty great job. So it's just cool seeing that a lot of the content we're making is turning into real flesh and blood soul winners.
No, that's great.
That's the goal.
We've got Ben over here on the show, and no buildings were destroyed today, so I think it's an overall win.
That's good. I would say the spirit of Ben came upon many of us today with the loud, angry Karens. So you might see some reviews or some news articles. I don't know, but we definitely. It
was that bad? This seems like it was a little more extra than the ordinary here. What you had to deal with today.
Tell me what you think about Artemis.
Wow, I've been following the missions. I've been watching the daily press briefings, and they've got 24-hour coverage going on their YouTube channel, and it's been awesome. Now that it's 2026, the pictures that they're sending back are just absolutely amazing. And really, the Bible says that the heavens, give God glory, declares God's glory.
Yeah.
And so anytime God's creation is being shown, whether the commentators are saying it or not, doesn't make a difference to me. I mean, the creation itself is giving glory to God. So what do you guys think?
I was kind of thinking about this because I was like, when we put out more images and more videos and all this stuff, like, what are the naysayers going to say? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, they're going to say, oh, the flat earth movement was getting so much attention that they had to come up with a scheme to reconvince everybody. But it was Stanley Kubrick that made all the fake footage, before. So who are they going to blame this time? Is it AI or something? Is everything AI?
It's all AI.
Oh, okay.
All I know is there aren't four letters that trigger flat earthers more than the letters NASA. Go ahead, Pastor Ross.
Yeah, seriously. I guess my church member is AI and doesn't exist as well. Because I literally have a church member that works for an aerospace company that produced multiple parts for the SLS rocket. So her whole life is a lie. She's not even real. She doesn't exist. She wasn't at our Soulwinning Marathon today. So
yeah, we have somebody that works in manufacturing, and they assisted NASA. They really like NASA. So I guess they're a fake person too. I'm kind of partial. So Artemis in the Roman context, her name is Diana. So it's actually mentioned in the Bible. Great is Diana of the Ephesians. So that's Artemis is the equivalent name for Greek. And that's actually my mom's name. So my mom was named Diana because my family's Greek. So my grandmother was born in Greece, and my mom is Greek, and so I'm obviously part Greek or whatever. But it's just kind of funny. It's called Artemis, which I don't even know why they're calling it Artemis, as far as the missions or something like that. Probably, again, just because it's based on the stars and, different things. But I think it's cool. I think I'm not necessarily super jazzed about having a DEI quota to meet on putting people on the moon, but I'm not it doesn't have to be all white men again or something like that necessarily. But I have to ask this question: is it really that these DEI candidates beat out all the other men that were actually trying to be astronauts? It's kind of like taking a woman to the moon. Just kind of seems like it's a little bit of a carrying on the back. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I think obviously it's silly putting a woman on a crew to go to the moon.
I mean, it's dangerous. I would be scared. We talk about women drivers, women astronauts. I'd be like, nah, can we, let's get a serious dude in here. It's kind of dangerous. I don't know. They tried to take a teacher.
Yeah, and
up there, and then it exploded, and like it was a disaster that basically killed the Apollo program. That they killed.
Well,
some
you have a
teacher.
church member that is a family member of one of the people that died on that
Really?
rocket.
I didn't
I don't
know
know
that.
if you know that. I'm not going to tell their name right now in the air, but yeah, that you do. Someone at your church told me that was their family member on the Challenger. So
It's not me.
all these people are fake. I mean, the dead loved one was fake. Everything's fake. Here's the thing, like, obviously I think it's extremely ridiculous to deny the Apollo program. It's something I've read and looked into a lot. But here's the thing, I could give some grace to that, especially if someone hasn't really deeply looked into it. But like people who are already denying the Artemis program before it's even completed, it's happening before their eyes, these people, 100% of them are stupid, wicked, or both. Yes, I stole that line. But you know what? It has been proven so true since you've preached that sermon. So, I had people messaging me yesterday that are saying that space is fake. I'm just like, wow.
So 21 Trips in the comments said Texas calls Oklahoma its attic. Nobody goes up there unless they have to.
Dang. That was that's
Oklahoma
a hard
fears God, and Texas fears Oklahoma. It's okay.
There you go. Oh,
Wow.
man. I just had to get that comment out there. Bro J. Sue says, my dad worked for NASA for 40 years before retiring. That's pretty incredible.
Your dad isn't real.
Oh,
Sorry to tell
okay.
you.
Artemis, I just got texted. Artemis is Apollo's twin sister. I didn't know that. I'm not really into Greek mythology, so I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
The
so you
previous
got some
moon missions were
nerds
called
giving
Apollo.
weird names to these, and then it's like because they give them some weird names, therefore it's fake. It's like, look, I'm not saying everyone in these programs are saved, all right? It's not like they're naming the space missions Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians. Like, that'd be cool. That's not what's happening. That doesn't make it
Leviticus.
fake, though. Right.
Leviticus 2013 mission.
We're going to bring back moon rocks to fill the bag in.
Oh, yeah. We brought back stones on the Leviticus 2013 mission. Oh, man.
First sodomite
kind of space
stones with
program.
lunar rock.
Yeah.
That's what
We're
I'm
taking
talking
a
about.
sodomite up here to stone him.
Hey, just a quick break, and we'll get right back to it. I got an update from a brother in Indianapolis, I believe is where he lives, but he's giving me numbers from Canada. Some soul winners in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, reported 7 salvations with 3 soul winners.
Yeah, that was Brother Shane. We got it on the sheet, but thanks for double confirming that. I think Pastor Thompson is put in some of his stats too in the chat. SFBC Vancouver, 15 salvations from 15 soul winners. So praise God for them. Honestly, that's great numbers because Vancouver is super difficult. Like I don't know if I've even gotten someone saved in Vancouver. I've tried, but they reject you at the door.
Why
if you
is
don't
that?
have a beard.
What are if you don't have a beard?
Yeah, I went soul winning with
I don't
Brother
understand.
Brandon, and like the guy's like, you have beard, you right with God, because they're Russian, and he's like, he have no beard.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, dang, like I've never even heard that.
Okay, that's
you know,
weird.
it's like it's kind of weird, but
The Russians are super
Well, give me like
unreceptive.
3 hours, and then he'll want to hear from me. That's how long it takes me to grow.
When I was single, I used to go soul winning just a ton. There was one year where I went soul winning like 4 or 5 days a week for a whole year in Vancouver. And at the end of the year, I had like 30 salvations or something,
wow.
which you could get very, very shortly in a place like Texas or Oklahoma. So yeah, those are awesome numbers today.
Yeah, I remember when you first visited here because you kind of had like a scouting trip, and I think you were kind of blown away at the soul winning.
Oh yeah.
But then it just becomes normal.
I couldn't believe people in Texas that were just used to it. And I won't say any names. They might even be on the show. And they'll be like, oh, we only had 1 salvation. This soul winning time was terrible. I'm just like, wow, bro. Like 1 salvation per soul winning time is awesome where I'm
Yeah.
from.
So 21 Trips said Oklahoma is what Texas looks like before coffee. Wow, there's some real rivalry going on in the chat. Oh, SFBC
Yeah,
Vancouver said they went to Portland. We skipped Vancouver. That was probably a smart move. I have never been soul winning in Portland. No one in Portland that I ever saw looked receptive. So that's still impressive. Now, I have seen people. Some people like give me a single finger salute when I'm driving.
They're just telling you that you're number one, Pastor
Is
Shelley.
that what that means?
That's what it is.
Especially when you drive a Cybertruck.
I was gonna say if you're in that area with a Tesla, you're gonna have plenty of these loving liberals tell you that they think you're number one.
Well, thanks so much for calling in, Pastor Oz. We need to have you on the show again. We need to have you back down in Texas into the promised land. But any last shout outs?
Yeah, I'll come down south to Egypt and visit you guys anytime.
Ooh,
Just kidding.
it's impressive.
Miss you guys. Thanks for having me on. You guys take care. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, God bless. Have a good night. We got another caller, James from Wisconsin. Let's see if we can get him and bring him on the line. Hey, Brother James, how's it going?
All right, how you guys doing?
Doing awesome. I mean, Baptist bias. What could be better?
Not too much. Not too much.
How'd it go today?
I love the show. It went pretty good. We had 2 soul winners and 2 salvations in Janesville, Wisconsin. Brother Corey came down from Eau Claire, just met him today for the first time. It turns out that 9 years ago he got saved listening to Pastor Anderson's sermon.
Wow, that's awesome.
And he drove 4.5 hours to attend the event. I was
Wow,
a little
that's
worried
great.
because I was a little worried because when I woke up this morning, I looked at my phone. There was actually supposed to be more people there. Supposed to be a total of 5 people that said that they were going to come. But from 2 o'clock a.m. to about 6 o'clock a.m., according to my messages, each one of them, minus Corey, reached out and canceled.
Oh, man.
But we were still able to go out there in the rain and knock 60 doors. We were out there for 7 hours. We got 2 salvations, so praise the Lord.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks so much for calling in. It's great to hear from you. And keep up the good work out there.
Yeah, hey, I just want to say one of these days when I get out there and visit you, I'd like to change your mind about beans in a chili.
Oh,
Good luck.
You can call it something else if you want to. You know, you can say it's not
like
chili,
bean
but,
stew or something?
Yeah, maybe that's the
I
solution.
guarantee you'll love it.
The official, it's like the official Texas chili rules. You just can't have fillers. So I know that hair lips everybody in the second-rate states, but here in the first-rate state, great state of Texas, we got to keep it pure.
I
gotta jump
chili
on
with
chats and talk about Texas.
Oh man,
I just want to put it out there. I think chili with no beans is delicious. It's just I'm a little more ecumenical than the pastor because I'll eat chili with beans without an issue, and I think that's good as well. But I do think that chili without beans is a better. To me, it tastes better. I will say that.
it's like the New Testament.
Well,
it's a
I guess
better
I'll have to
testament.
bring a batch for you too and help you change your mind. You need to
All right.
repent.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks for calling in, Brother James.
Appreciate it.
God bless you. Have a good day. So I want to get back to some of our stats here, and I don't know that we're going to have everything or not. Okay. Do we have one other caller that just called in. I think, is it Kyle? Hey, Brother Kyle, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Pastor Shelley and Brother Ben? It's Kyle from New Zealand. I just want to have a quick call, I don't know, just to talk and go over
Other
what
side of the world.
happened April 4th. Yeah, from the other side of the world, right. Down in New Zealand. You know, a lot of USA maps don't actually have New Zealand on it, but we're real. We exist. So, yeah. Yeah.
So we're dispelling all kinds of
great.
conspiracy theories.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it was great. I just went out soulwinning and I got out of my car. I went to a university campus and they had a lot of bus stops and there's just a lot of teenagers, young adults. And I got out of my car and literally within a minute, I came across these 3 Polynesian, these Maori. Because in New Zealand, we have a lot of Polynesian people who are very receptive to the gospel. So these 3 Maori Polynesians, I gave the gospel to them. They got saved. Then I came across like a German guy. He's like an exchange student, and he got saved. And then it was a few one-on-one presentations with a few girls, and then one big group. And it was awesome. Honestly, a lot of prayer went into it, and it was just like divine appointments. I mean, it was at a bus stop, and once I finished preaching the gospel to like this group and they got saved, the bus that they had to take just arrived. So they were like, man, that was just such great timing, but it was just a blessing. It was awesome.
That is awesome. And I want to reiterate for those of you out there, don't sleep on these opportunities to go to public areas. The bus stop is a place that we went to at the Bahamas, and you have people that are out, they're waiting, they don't have anything better to do. It's a great opportunity for you to go out and just hand them an invite, try to get a conversation going. So I'm glad to hear that you had some success today. It sounds like, unless I misheard or something like that, that you were on your own. Did you have a soul winning partner with you, or was this something you just kind of took on your own?
Oh, so it was just me. I was just by myself. There's not many Baptist churches in New Zealand that actually go soul winning, or legitimate Baptist churches. There's a few, but it's very little. And I don't have a church like within 3 hour range where I am, so it's very hard to find. There are new IFB soul winners in New Zealand that I'm in contact with, but they live hours away. I've met them, but it was just me on the April 4th marathon.
Well, I want to just again, for the people listening right here, you hear what the caller is saying. Do not take your church for granted, especially if you're in a new IFB church, because this caller is one of many from foreign countries where they don't have the option to drive an hour, 45 minutes, a half hour to go to a great church like those of us do here. And so we should not take what we have for granted, especially the fact that we can go out soul winning with a group of people and have a soul winning partner at our beck and call. So I appreciate you sharing that story, and I want to encourage you. You're going out on your own, but you know what? You had the Holy Spirit with you, and we're just here to say good job and keep it up.
Yeah, I've had to go soul winning by myself a lot when I lived in Amarillo, and it can be hard, but just know that we're with you in spirit, and hey,
amen.
The Lord's with you. Obviously, you did a mighty work today, and just keep up that energy and that spirit. And I know it can be hard to go soul winning sometimes by yourself, but it also can be just a time to just reflect on the Bible and do the work that's necessary. And I think God will provide you some fellowship here at some point. Just keep going. If there's anybody in New Zealand,
right,
check out, email us, contact us. We'll try to get you in touch with Brother Kyle. Reach out to him. And really great call. Thanks so much for calling in. Anything you want to say? Last shout outs?
Oh, yeah. Well, just thanks for setting up that God Resource website. It's just great. And I just wanted to say I'm just very thankful for the new IFB movement. Like, I got saved around 6 years from the new IFB preaching online. And, I don't know how I would have got saved without it. And I've just learned to become a great soul winner because of you guys, Pastor Shelley, Pastor Anderson, a lot of pastors. And I've just been listening to sermons when I can, as many days a week I possibly can from New IFB preaching. And it's helped me change my life. It's helped me become a great soul winner. And I just wanted to say thank you. And, God bless the New IFB movement. And, but yeah, it's great to talk with you, Pastor Shelley and Brother Ben, and God bless.
Thanks so much.
Hey, that's an encouraging testimony, isn't it?
That was awesome.
From somebody all the way in New Zealand, listening to the preaching, becoming a soul winner. This is the fruit of the new IFB, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
this is what it produces: changed lives and, you see, also spiritual replication.
We're super international. We got another caller, Pastor Matthew Stuckey's joining us. Hey, how's it going in the Philippines?
It's going pretty good. We got church in less than an hour, but I got a little bit of time here.
Soul Winning Baptist Church.
How's
it
Every
going?
once in a while we accidentally say Verity, but usually we say
okay.
Soul Winning. I had before I go on, I don't know. I do have two more results. You might already have these. I'm not sure.
Tell us so we can add it to the sheet.
Yeah, the one Consolacion in the Philippines, 2 soul winners and 19 salvations. And I don't know if you have Brother Ray Tuluk in Peru, 3 soul winners, 9 salvations. Maybe he already messaged you.
I don't know if I had the Peru one.
We did.
Give me the...
I think he's registered on God Resource, but I'm not sure if he messaged me this morning.
All right.
So it's kind of my fault in the Philippines because we have holidays for several days, and I don't think everyone realized we would be on today to report results, so they're kind of waiting to the end of Sunday.
Yeah.
And so I still have one more result, but I try to contact him. I'm not sure, but he'll probably give the result at the end of the day or something.
We'll probably have some still trickle in, so it may not be a perfect, but we're just trying to give it an idea. and it's kind of fun to just
Yeah.
heir how people went,
I like
how their
hearing it.
events went. Do you
Yeah.
have any testimonials you want to share about anything that happened today or yesterday? I guess for y'all.
Yeah, because it's a big holiday here in the Philippines, so we have a lot of these churches had bigger results actually on previous days. Like one of the churches, Pastor Dalisai, they had on the Saturday 3 soul winners, 7 salvations, but the day before they had 26 soul winners and over 100 salvations. And so by Saturday, a lot of us are running kind of on fumes. Like I was exhausted on Saturday night. I kind of overslept. I just quickly emailed you and then headed to Manila because it's just tiring. Soul winning is a lot of work. And it's starting to get pretty hot here in the Philippines. So, it was cool seeing a lot of newer soul winners get involved. Like one of the things that I'm excited about this event, it's hard to get people to go soul winning for the first time. But when you have an event that you can kind of hype up and plan, it's a way to kind of get people to step into the water. And of course, we know with soul winning, once you get involved in soul winning, it's like an addiction, in a good way. It's exciting. You want to keep doing it. So I love this event just because it's a great way to invite people that have, never gone soul winning before or just gone maybe a few times. So,
And that feeling of getting somebody saved from the very first time that I did it until now, almost 9 years later now that I've been soul winning, it just has not gotten old, and it will never get old for me. And that's part of that addiction that you talk about there is the feeling of preaching the gospel, the person understanding it, their eyes lighting up, and then they call on the name of the Lord with you. Just such an awesome feeling, such an awesome moment.
Yeah, we still have results coming in and trickling in, but just to give the viewers just some big numbers, so far we have calculated 782 soul winners and over 1,200 salvations that have been reported and come in. So,
awesome.
That's great.
Great.
I mean, that's
stuff.
a lot of people that have been influenced and impacted, in a single day. And of course, we love doing this kind of event.
One thing that's exciting to me about this, I was thinking about this on the drive up, is when you look at all the churches and results in the Philippines, like a lot of people are, because quite honestly, our results are not crazy. The salvations are like 3 salvations per person in a receptive country. It's getting hot this time of year, and with the gas prices crazy, there's actually less people around. But the thing is, none of these churches are huge churches in the Philippines. Like I could be wrong, but I think our church in Manila is probably the biggest one. But even without having big churches, you're seeing big results. I mean, it's not necessary. I mean, obviously, if a church becomes a big church and you have a ton of soul winners, that's better. But God can do amazing things through just a small group of dedicated people. That's what we're kind of seeing with this.
Amen. How big is Manila like on a Sunday morning on average?
Today we'll probably have more than 100 people, being Easter, and we don't have our monthly services in Laguna and Cavite. But I would say, normally we're not up to 100. So normally we might run like 80 or something like that. We've definitely grown, but, it's obviously hard to get people involved in going to church regularly. So,
of course, that's great. I mean, honestly, that's amazing. Just go over to a foreign country, multiple church plants, running 100 on Easter. I mean, that's fantastic work, all on a slim budget. So,
yeah, we got to break a record of 169 when Brother Jimenez was preaching here. It's like that can't be our high amount. We got to break that total.
Maybe February 2027. That's what I'm shooting for. I think we're gonna have a big turnout. I think we're gonna have a big event.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's an excitement at our church, like everybody's like fully supportive of everything because people really had no idea what was going on. And so right now everybody's really unified, really excited and everything. So it's really exciting to be a part of it. I mentioned recently, I feel like with my preaching, it's a lot better ever since I made the decision to separate. So I'm really excited about the future of our churches here. So
I feel like the shackles have been removed, and I'm excited to see what Pastor Stuckey and Soul Winning Baptist Church are going to do. I want to keep you on the line, but we have another caller I want to bring on too with us. We got Pastor Aaron Thompson from Sure Foundation Baptist Church. I want to see if we can get him on the line too, and he can join us in the conversation. You guys go way back. You guys have been friends for a long time. Pastor Thompson, how's it going?
It's going good, man. We had a great day today. And it was really beautiful weather. It was like 75 degrees, variable winds, no humidity. It was just like perfect.
It sounds like California or something. That's crazy.
Even better.
It's
like
even
90
better
there right now. No.
That's great.
Yeah, but me and Pastor Tuck have been friends for a long time. I mean, I think that me and him visited Verity for the first time, like, on the same day, right? Isn't that what you kind of went out there to see, like whether you're going to work there or not? And that's how long we've known each other. Like, I mean, we knew each other even before that, like just online and stuff. But like, that was the first time I think we met in person.
So was that?
Yeah,
what was
before
that,
either of us was running a church. It was a long time ago.
Was that like 2015, 2014? What is the timeline on that?
It was definitely before 2015, because I remember I visited one of Pastor Thompson's relatives to try to preach the gospel in Pennsylvania, and that was before we had moved to Verity. So we're talking more than 10 years ago.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, Pastor
And what's
Thompson,
cool about that,
I met him at Verity for the first time too.
that's right. Well, Pastor Stuckey went out of his way, and like I didn't realize what I was asking him to do, like go clear across the state in Pennsylvania to preach the gospel while he was trying to move his family and stuff. And but you know, my brother-in-law didn't get saved at that time, but he did plant the seed, and my brother-in-law did end up getting saved, and so did their children. And so, like, it's a success. They're my sister and brother-in-law, and their kids are Baptists now because they're saved Christians because Pastor Stuckey took the time to go over there. So
that's awesome.
I really appreciate that.
Philippines reaching the U.S. I know he wasn't to the Philippines yet, but it's just kind of funny. The Philippines is reaching the European continent, though. Poland, church plant. I think that's going to soon be released. What's the status with that?
Yeah, as long as I'm able to fly through Dubai, because right now with the war, they're shutting down a lot of flights. So I need to check on that, whether or not I'd have to reschedule through Japan or Korea or something, because it's hard to fly from Manila to Poland. It's not the most common flight for Filipinos, and so it's a long flight.
I can see that.
It's like 20 hours to make it.
It's hard. We have Brother Kenton. We were kind of sponsoring him, and I was trying to like see how to get him to. We had a scouting trip in Barbados, and he can't fly through the U.S. And it was just like almost impossible to like figure out how to like get him to fly. So I just thought I'm not going to do it because I was just like, man, it's just like too hard. Sometimes flying these crazy international flights, it gets wild.
It's a big adventure, that's for sure.
I just remember Pastor Thompson greeted me at Verity for the first time, and very friendly. And I was kind of shocked because he was like really friendly, want to be my friend just right off the bat. So I'll never forget that. Pastor Thompson want to be my friend first because I feel like that's usually not the case.
Usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, I have to kind of
try to be somebody else's friend.
I kind of have to like warm people up to want to be my friend.
People
or
need to
something
get
like
warmed
that.
up too.
Yeah. I think I pushed people away.
Seems like it.
But no, it worked out.
Well, I've seen you preach at the North Church, and I was like, who is this young man? And I was really impressed by your preaching, honestly. And I wanted to definitely get to know you. So
not the camera and audio equipment. That was horrific at the North Church.
It was like a bird's eye view of the sermon. It's kind of nice.
Because we were too lazy. Because some of us were too lazy to get an HDMI cable that fit. So we just like had it like up in the top of the ceiling, like looking down
at the pulpit.
Oh man, it was awkward.
Yeah,
it was awkward. How did your other church plants do? I know you got like 50,000 churches, Pastor Thompson. How did they go?
All right, are you ready for the numbers?
Yeah.
I don't think that they're on the God Resource site. Okay. SFBC Seattle had 15 adult soul winners and 9 salvations. Let's see, Bible Believers Baptist got 6 salvations. They had 9 total soul winners, adults. And then SFBC Spokane had 5 salvations, 10 soul winners. And SFBC Indy had let's see, they split their groups up, so they had 5 total. Let's see, they had 9 salvations in Chicago, or no, 12 salvations in Chicago. Oh, I'm getting these numbers wrong. Good minute, I can't even decipher my own stuff here. But let me see here.
I think I missed the Spokane one. What was the Spokane one?
10 soul winners and 5 salvations.
Okay. I just want to make sure we had that. I didn't notice it in our sheet, and I just want to make sure that we had that one.
Okay, so Indy had 5 total soul winners and 10 soul winners in Chicago. So in Indy, they had 5 soul winners, 10 in Chicago, and then they had 9 salvations.
Yeah, I got that
Indianapolis has 5. Okay, you got it. Okay, and then so total, all of our churches combined, not counting kids, we had 48 soul winners and 49 salvations.
Wow, that's great.
Some awesome numbers there.
Definitely not the Bible Belt.
From the Sure Foundation Baptist family of churches.
They have to do some hard work out there in the Northeast. It's a beautiful country, but the soul winning is definitely, plowing up the you have to basically get a plow to that rough field
plow
out
uphill.
there.
Yeah, you got to work for your salvations. From what I've heard, I've never gone out there, but I will say that when you look at a number like what Pastor Thompson just gave, though, I mean, I think they still were able to do a great job today.
A mighty work.
And it's a mighty work, and I think it goes to show you that even if you are in an area where it's maybe not as receptive as other places in the United States, you could still find those pockets where people want to hear the truth.
Yeah, you don't have to be in the Philippines to do soul winning. You can actually go other places. So, but of course, if you want to go where it's hot, I mean, the Philippines is where it's at, folks.
That's true. And Lord
before I head
willing,
out, I wanted to give kind of an interesting comparison between, this event and like a big old IFB one. So the Old Paths Conference used to be in West Virginia because Pastor Jeff Owens was there and evangelist Alan Donnelly. So I've been to the Old Paths Conference many times when it was West Virginia, and they had good sermons, they had good workshops and everything like that. But I remember me and my friends, we went up to some of the church staff and the helpers, and we asked, hey, when's the soul winning time? Because you've got a huge conference. People fly in and everything. And then we're asking, hey, when's the soul winning? We didn't hear it announced. And they didn't have any soul winning. I mean, they have, up to 1,000 people that are there. I mean, it's a huge event. The Old Paths was like the perhaps premier old IFB event. And then there was no soul winning. The only soul winning I know of is just me and a few of my friends from West Virginia. And it's just like, you got to be kidding me. It just kind of shows the focus, the difference between our kinds of churches versus, most IFB churches. So, but I just want to make that comparison. I better get going, though, to get ready for church. I don't mean to cut this short. I appreciate you guys having me.
We knew we only limited time. Thanks so much, Pastor Stuckey. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great Easter service.
All right, good to see you, or good to talk to you, Pastor Thompson. Good to see you guys, Brother Ben, Pastor Shelley. All right, God bless. Have a happy Easter.
Yeah, you
Happy
too.
Easter.
You too.
I'm looking forward to having Pastor Thompson coming down to Texas again, preaching for us at the Anti-Israel Conference. That's coming up pretty soon. Everything's bigger in Texas, except for when except for Pastor Thompson. He's we gotta import him so that we can have that be true. How tall are you these days? Like 7'5"?
I think I'm still 6'8", probably maybe shrunk to 6'7" a little bit, but I'm still not going to take it away from myself. With my shoes on, I'm still 6'8".
You can still fit in the Cybertruck, right?
Oh yeah,
that's all that matters. So,
I felt like when I ride with you in it, have you ever seen that commercial where like Jeff Gordon takes that guy for a spin in his car?
I think I have.
I feel like that guy. I felt like that guy where he's like freaking out because he's like driving all crazy and doing.
Is he like renting the car and it's like him drive? It's like Jeff Gordon doing the test drive, or not renting, but like test driving or something.
He's test driving. Test driving. It's like a Camaro or something. It's like, and then he just takes, and the guy's just like terrified while he's just doing all these crazy turns.
It's real, folks.
Hey, I gotta correct something real quick. So SFBC Indianapolis, I'm sorry, I messed this up. It's 10 soul winners, 5 salvations, and then their Chicago group had 12 soul winners and 9 salvations. So I didn't know if you had that correct or not, but
we didn't have the soul winners right, and I updated it just now that you said that. So thank you.
Cool.
So is this a group
Jim Powell, I don't know if Jim Powell. Do you know who Jim Powell is? He's in West Virginia right now.
I may have met him, but I just don't remember. But I know some of our members have brought him up to me as like, somebody they really like. So I don't.
Well, he's with Nick Spina. Is it Spina? They're doing West Virginia today, but I don't know. I haven't gotten any numbers from them.
I think I saw him post on Facebook. I need to go
okay.
look for
Pastor Thompson, I had a question about Indianapolis and Chicago. Is that where did Indianapolis send some church members to Chicago to procure numbers from Chicago and get salvations there, or were those people already there? How does that work? Because you gave Chicago numbers as well.
I think there's some people that live closer to there, and so they live in North Bend, which is like northern Indiana. So I think that they might have just went there because it's pretty receptive there, and I think they've already gone to North Bend and Gary, and they just did Gary not too long ago and got a bunch of people saved there, which is in northern Indiana also. So I mean, yeah. So some of our group lives north, and they just drive long ways to church. So
got it.
Brother Brad and Jared Edge, those guys. So.
I don't see Jim Powell or the Spinas results, so I don't know. Maybe it's out there, and I saw it and I missed it. The thing about Facebook now is as soon as you see something, it goes away, and then you never see it again. It's so annoying. But
yes, when I look at your you know how you can open up the comments on Facebook.
Yeah.
It says read all comments. For some reason it doesn't let you do it with your Honey Badger account. It's just the most relevant. I didn't know if that's a setting or if they're just don't want people. Facebook doesn't want everybody to see all your comments.
Honey Badger's a little dangerous, I'll just say.
Yeah.
It's you can't see it. No one's allowed to see it. We've got 200 people in the live stream. The chat is off the hook. We had a lot of pastors call in. Great show, great results.
If you need to kick me, just let me know. I can clear the lines here.
Well, I can't kick you in real life, so that's the shame. But no, we don't have any more callers right now, and we're enjoying the conversation. And we can even keep you on if we.
Can I
have multiple
tell a story
callers
real quick?
Yeah, go for it. We want to hear it.
Pretty cool story. So I'm sure you probably remember Brother Alex. He goes to our church. He's an older gentleman, and me and him went out today, and we tried to go to the furthest point of the apartment complex, and they're these triple decker apartments. And we had knocked one door, and then Alex noticed on the back side of the apartments there was a door with a number, and he's like, "Hey, we should knock this one instead of going around and having to come all the way back around again." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, sure, we'll do that." I thought it was the back doors or something, but it wasn't. But anyway, that's the one door we got to knock on that whole complex, and that kid ended up getting saved. He's probably in his early 20s, and he's got the tattoo sleeves on his arms, and he's wearing the skull T-shirt. It was it just goes to show that sometimes people open the door and you think, well, this person. Sometimes you might think in your mind, well, this person's not going to want to hear anything, and then he just totally just wanted to hear. So
that's
super
awesome.
receptive.
Yeah, that is so
super easy.
That is so cool when it happens, and there have been plenty of times where somebody will open the door, and in my head, I'm already thinking oh, this person's not interested, or they're not going to want to hear it. And then they do. And it's typically me just judging based off of what they look like. There was one guy that I remember he was just totally covered head to toe in tattoos. He had gold teeth. And I'm thinking yeah, this guy doesn't want to listen to me at all. But he was super receptive, actually. So we got to just make sure to always ask the questions, always go in there and have the boldness to confront these people and present the gospel, because you just never know.
Yeah, I had a weird story today. I was able to get someone saved, but I had to use Spanish, which is it's for some reason it is. But I was out this morning, and I ran into a guy, and he was being a little weird, and I kind of thought maybe he was slow or maybe mentally handicapped or something, and I wasn't really exactly sure. And I asked him what do you have to do to be saved? And he was kind of giving me this weird answer well, I just listen to my cousins. I just always listen to my cousins. And then he kind of just kept mumbling and just kind of repeating himself. But then he just kind of looked at me, and I kind of asked a few more questions. I was okay, well, what do you do you think it's by faith alone? Or you think it's by works? And then the guy just kind of looks at me. He's when I talk to my cousins, I tell them to take their glasses off and look at me in the eye. And I was wearing sunglasses, so then I'm kind of this is weird. So, but I just decided, I was like, I just lifted my glasses, and so I'm just kind of like looking, like I'm trying to be polite. I'm just trying to like look him in the eye or whatever. And then he looks at the card. So I gave him one of these like Steadfast cards, and they're just like a little business card. And he's like holding the card, and he hasn't looked at it at all. He's just been holding it, right? He just kind of picks up the card, and then he flips to the back, and then he just points to the gospel video that has me on it, and he says, "This is my cousin." And I was just like, okay, this is weird. And then he's like, and his name's Jonathan. And then I just walked away, and I was just like, what is wrong with? I was like, is this like a demon or something like that? I mean, do you always listen to your cousins? Like, who are your cousins? The kid never looked at the card. Like, it was super weird. He was probably like late 20s. I thought he was kind of slow at first, but then he just started getting weird. And then he's just like, again, he just holds my cards. He just flips it back. He's like, "This is my cousin. His name is Jonathan." And I'm just like, what in the world?
Hey, maybe you have a long lost cousin that you didn't know about. Small world.
I was like, okay, bye. Like, have a good day.
How do you respond to something like that? I mean, I've never had that happen to me ever.
It was super awkward.
That is very awkward and weird.
So I just walked away. But
unfortunately, you never know what you're going to get when you knock doors, and obviously there's a lot of weirdos and freaks out there, and from time to time, it is rare, but you're going to have stories like that.
Hey, let's go and pull up the God Resource site again. Pull up my screen. I want to kind of go through this list real quick. We had an event in Sweden. I don't know if we got the results for that. Did we get the results for that on our sheet? We don't have the results. So if somebody from Sweden can give us the results. Toronto, shout out to Jerry Lou. We got 5 soul winners, 7 salvations. Wisconsin, Brother James, he called in and he gave us those results. Steadfast Baptist Church, we had 112 soul winners, 97 salvations so far reported. We've got the Philippines in there. We also had La Vegas, New Zealand. We got those results reported. We had a mega marathon in Lucky's Huntley. So the Campbells, I don't know if we got their results, if they had anything. If they want to report that or put it in the chat.
That's another New Zealand. Okay.
Maybe they can send us that. UK, I think we got those results. Houston, Germany, we got those posted here. We also had, here's a picture from the Germany Marathon in Frankfurt. 5 soul winners, 4 salvations. So that's pretty cool. Fresno, California. I don't know if we got those results. So if Johannes wants to give us those. We had Croatia, 3 soul winners, 12 salvations. We got the India one. Some more. We have Florida, Straight Gate Mega Marathon. I don't know if we got those results from Brother Rich. I don't know if he can post that or put those in there. Straight Paths, St. Louis, we got those. Phoenix, he did. Pastor Anderson texted me, and we got 100 soul winners and 66 salvations for Faithful Word. So that's great. He was really excited where they're at. He said that they've been able to knock a lot of new doors with their new location, so they've been really enjoying that.
Yeah, I went to an apartment complex very close to that church when I visited for the missions conference, and it was super receptive in that area. I anticipate their soul winning numbers are going to be better than ever.
Detroit, Michigan. Did we get those numbers? Okay, so we need to look up the Detroit ones. He said maybe it's on Facebook. Johannesburg.
I can look in the WhatsApp group real quick and see. I'm in their group.
Yeah, see, we have Johannesburg, South Africa, I believe. I don't know if we have those results. Indianapolis, we got those posted here. 10 soul winners, 5 salvations. Flea Market soul winning in Ohio. 1 soul winner, 4 salvations. It says one of the girls who got saved saw a Bible Way to Heaven paper printout on the table and asked if she could take it home so she could get other people saved. So not only that, but some of the people who got saved today wanted to share the news with others. Reminds me of the woman at the well.
Absolutely.
Chicago had their event, 10 soul winners, 9 salvations. I think you updated with 12, and I think I put that on the sheet as 12. Sunshine Coast, shout out to those in the land down under. I don't know if we got those results yet.
Pastor Sepulveda?
I think it might be a group from his church. New Life Baptist Church.
Okay.
Yeah. Pastor Sepulveda. I want to say maybe Pastor Sepulveda texted me or messaged me in WhatsApp, and I forgot to.
Okay, Detroit, 9 soul winners, 9 salvations.
Okay, so Pastor Sepulveda had messaged me. New Life Baptist Church in Sunshine Coast, Queensland had 8 soul winners and 3 salvations.
Praise the Lord.
Hope Baptist Church in Sydney, New South Wales, 9 soul winners, 10 salvations. Country Victoria had 2 soul winners and 6 salvations. I'm going to post that in our chat so that our crew can help us update that.
Did you hear what I said about Detroit? It's 9 soul winners, 9 salvations.
Okay, 9 and 9. Great.
9 soul winners, 9 salvations. Detroit, Michigan.
9. Yeah, we have the Germany trip coming up in what is it, June something? It's on here on the site. Let's go look. If you go to the website and you put in conferences,
is anti-Israel on there?
Yeah, look at that. Look how hot that looks. Europe Soul Winning Conference, June 17th, Frankfurt. You can register here.
Who's preaching?
Pastor Dylan Oz, and I'm preaching out there some too.
All right, Pastor Oz.
I've heard rumors of other people. I don't know if it's confirmed.
So far, what we have confirmed is Pastor Dylan Oz of Anchor Baptist Church and Pastor Jonathan Shelley, Steadfast Baptist Church. If you want to hear one of those two men preach a bold sermon, as our friend Samson would say, go to that event.
Upcoming Red Hot Preaching Conference 2.0, Pastor Bruce Mejia.
It's back.
It's May 15th. And it's just spur of the moment.
That's how we do things sometimes.
You gotta show up. I already rented the Cybertruck. So
you already rented your Cybertruck.
We're gonna be doing a Baptist Bias show
in the Cybertruck.
In the Cybertruck. Yeah, in the Cybertruck, Cyber Ride with Pastor Shelley.
Let's do it.
I don't know if our crew can accommodate that, but if they can, it's dangerous. And then we've got Anti-Israel Conference. We've got Pastor Thompson coming out. We've got the Europe Soul Winning Conference. Faithful Word is doing a preaching boot camp in November. That's super awesome. Definitely want to check that out. Lots of events you can register for, and I'm hoping other churches will put their events out here. We can keep just basically collaborating on that. I want to keep going through our list to see.
Did you figure out my access issue, Pastor Shelley? Because I do have stuff to put on there, but I think I was having a hard time putting it in there last time.
We need to get Pastor Thompson.
Somebody else told me. Somebody else told me that they had a hard time. The people from Bible Believers said that they couldn't put their event on.
If there could be issues, and I apologize if there's any issues. It is pretty new, but if you have one, just message me what your issue is, and like an email or something, and I'll try to look in and I'll respond to you. So just steadfastbaptistkjv@gmail.com. Just email me and just tell me kind of like generally what you did to, like what you're trying to do, or a screenshot or something, and I'll look into it.
Need to get Pastor Thompson on there.
I think we have another caller.
You need to kick me loose here?
No. We can keep you on.
We can keep Pastor Thompson.
We've got senior and junior. We've got Brother Remy. How's it going?
Oh, cool.
It's going good. How are you guys?
Good. How did Spokane go?
It went pretty good. We had 2 soul winning times in Cheney, Washington, which is basically like 10 minutes outside of Spokane proper. But we had 10 soul winners and we had 5 salvations. And pretty awesome because everybody, and not everybody in the group got a salvation, obviously, but all the salvations came from different people. So that was pretty good experience. The area that we've been going right there, it's like a set of apartments that it's right by the college. And there's a ton of receptive people there.
That's awesome. What is that, like a small town that's pretty close to Spokane, or?
Yeah, basically, it's just like right outside of it, but it's the college town because that's where Eastern Washington University is. So that's, the apartment complex where a lot of the students end up just staying while they're in school.
That's great.
Yeah, there's something special about having the results pour in at the same time, meaning that on the same day, rather, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you go out, you do soul winning for the entire day, you come back, you tune into the live stream, and then the results pour in to see how other people did. It's like, just makes this day so much more special, in my opinion.
Yeah, and when you get to participate, you get to see what really goes into the numbers. I know we're just saying a lot of numbers and stuff, but this is real hard work. People going out there, and if you've never been to Washington, you can greatly appreciate the numbers that are being reported.
Yeah,
here.
tell us, Brother Remy, about what soul winning is typically like out in your area.
Well, usually the area is not that receptive, especially if you're not in an apartment complex. It's like pretty much good luck getting someone saved. But that's why kind of out as of lately, we've been kind of branching out into different parts of Washington. Like we did the WSU Soul Winning Marathon that we had that was pretty receptive. We got the 21 people saved in the one day there, which was really awesome for Washington. And then we are going to partner up with Brother David Akers at Straight Path Baptist Church in Boise, and we're doing an event next Saturday in Orofino, Idaho. So we've just been trying to do a lot of marathons to, try to find some of these little receptive pockets of Washington, because there are people that want to hear the gospel. It's just not always just right next door to you.
Oh, we got someone in the chat. Straight Gate Bible Church in Florida had 17 salvations and 22 soul winners. Says that they uploaded pictures to their Facebook for that. So we'll try to update that. Straight Gate Bible Church, 22 soul winners, 17 salvations there in Florida. So on the other side of the coast. Great to have both Papa and, Cub here on the show. It's pretty impressive to have Papa and Cub. Not everybody can say that. Did you not like that?
I cringed, I have to admit.
It's Papa
that was
Bear
a little cringy, but it's okay.
Okay. Cub Bear.
What in the world? Go ahead. Don't let me derail you, Pastor Shelley.
All I'm saying is it's pretty cool, to see, sons actually wanted to become soul winners and going out there and doing that work, because, it's not automatic. And so it's great to see people want to, still love the Lord, even if they're brought up that way, or even if it's forced upon them, that they still want to go out there and preach the gospel and get people saved and do the hard work and in difficult places even.
Yeah, it's good to have. If I was looking at your map that you had made for all the different churches, and I was looking at this cluster in Washington, I was like, man. And then of course we planted the
put
church
up my screen
in Vancouver, BC, also, which
you need to start another church in Washington.
No, I think we got the Ring of Fire all set up.
Oh man,
we got the Ring of Fire set up. We got BC. There's also a church in Calgary, but I don't know if Pastor Weeb has it as a church plant yet, or if it's. I think it might still be like a Bible study group, classified as a Bible study group. But there is a place to go to church in Calgary, Canada. So.
Okay, over here somewhere.
Calgary, Alberta. It's going to be in the West Coast.
Interesting
area.
Yeah, it's up by the Rocky Mountains or whatever. I've flown in there a few times, but I've never actually gone to the town. I need to preach up there sometime soon. But anyhow, yeah, that map you guys are making is awesome.
Well, and we have a lot of data. Like there's probably, I think there's 7,000 churches that we have in here. So, you can come in here and you can look, in our area, there's so many churches. There's just a ton of churches. Now we kind of helped you get some better results, but if you just come in and you say, I want to see every single church in this area, just like the Dallas Fort Worth Metro, and you take off all the other filters, there's 275 independent Baptist churches in the Dallas Fort Worth area, basically. I mean, that's crazy.
Man.
So it's definitely a Baptist mecca in some cases.
I like that we can finally send people to a website that doesn't look like it was created in the year 2003 with this God resource page, Pastor Shelley, that's been put together. Plus, the user experience is a lot better. You can refine your search. You could look for new IFB only. You could look for IFB in general. You could even take a look at churches that are hostile towards us if you're interested to,
there you go,
to see
there's the
who
hostile
may
map.
fit in that category. It's a heck of a resource, no pun intended. And I look forward to sending this to people who could use it.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you ever go on a vacation, perhaps you're going on a vacation and you're in an unfamiliar area, you don't know if they have a church, you can log on to this website right here and see if there's a place for you to go to
And
church.
yeah, any
on
new
vacation.
IFB listeners out there that can help us fill in some gaps, like we want to be able to recommend churches and areas because people are constantly contacting us being like, hey, what church should I go to in this state or this area, like Alabama or something, and I don't really necessarily know, so people can help us, identify churches, help us to recommend. You can go in there and you can click recommend or like request listing or like request updates and stuff, and so it's pretty. Hopefully, it's a work in progress, but like people just keep making it better and better over time, and really looking forward to that. We've got lots of other things on the horizon. I'm hoping the site will just get better over time. I was really pleased with how many people participated in signing up for events. Hopefully, it worked pretty well. One thing I want to also plug is if you create an event and then you go to your event. So pull this up real quick. But if you go to your detail page, there is a QR code button that's automatically generated for your event. And you can take that and you can copy it or put it anywhere. So if you want to put it in your bulletin or put it out somewhere where people can scan it. So you can create events and then have an easy way for people to scan, go to those events, register. We're trying to make this, a little bit easier, and where it looks pretty good. There's still going to be a few bugs and stuff we'll try to fix and polish along the way. But for the most part, it seemed like we had a pretty good turnout. A lot of people were using it. Any last shout outs you guys have? I think we're going to try and wrap up our show this evening, but I want to give you a chance to plug anything.
Sure. We have Seattle's anniversary is coming up this, I think it's the weekend of the 17th. Let me look at my calendar real quick. Let's see, it's April 17th. Pastor Anderson's preaching Friday night in Seattle. And then we're going to have some soul winning on Saturday, and then I'll be preaching on Sunday there. And then further off in the distance, it's a little ways out there, but the weekend of July 23rd through 26th, Pastor Anderson's going to be preaching at Sure Foundation Baptist Church on Thursday night, and it'll be kind of like our 8th anniversary.
Give us the date on that again.
And then, it's July 23rd through 26th.
July 23rd.
Yeah. Well, the 23rd he's preaching at Sure Foundation, Vancouver, and then he's coming to, he's going to go preach in Yakima. And so it'll be his first time preaching there. He's going to drive up there the next day and preach Friday night on the 24th, which is his birthday. And then we're going to have a big soul winning event on the reservation on Saturday. And so
nice.
Those are kind of the big things we kind of got going on so far. But yeah,
great.
I mean, we just celebrated Spokane's anniversary, and that went well. So I'm like on an anniversary tour right now. I've been like traveling everywhere.
Well, that's what you have when you have so
places,
many church plants.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Solomon's wives. He just had a hard time with all the anniversaries.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on. Good job, Remy, if you're still on. And thanks, guys, for putting on the Baptist Spice. We really appreciate it. And it's really encouraging to hear all the numbers and all the soul winners out there and all the souls that got saved. So hopefully we can just keep making this bigger and better. So thanks, Brother Ben, for co-hosting. Thank you, Pastor Shelley. You guys have a happy Easter.
Yeah, you too. Look, if you're anywhere in Washington, Pastor Thompson has a church like probably 5 minutes from your house. And so you need to join a Sure Foundation Baptist Church or Bible Believers out there in Yakima. Shout out. Brother Remy, you got anything you want to plug before we wrap up here?
Yeah, so like I was kind of saying a little bit earlier, we have the Nez Pierce Soul Winning Marathon that we're doing. That's going to be this next upcoming Saturday. We're partnering with Brother David Akers. He's made all the maps and everything like that. So we're doing kind of like a little meet in the middle event. So I have a video about it on the YouTube page. You can check it out if you're interested in coming, or just let me know. And then after that, we're doing another event on May 8th with Brother Sean Comlin. We're going to do like a little meet in the middle thing as well for there. And I think some people from Canada is coming as well, but it's the Central Washington University college event. So that one's not like listed. It's not like one of the biggest universities, but we had a lot of success for Washington State University, so we figured that we'd do that one as well. So that's in Ellensburg, Washington. That's at May 8th, and that's on a Friday, and we're going to be starting at 10:45 a.m.
Okay, so great. Lots of events. I think we have at least one of those out here on the God Resource site. You can go ahead and register. That Nez Pierce Indian Res Soul Winning. If you pull that up on my screen, it's like he said here, April 18th. It's in Orofino, Idaho. Orofino. How do you say that?
Yeah, Orofino,
Idaho. Brother David Akers is out there hosting the event. You can register. He's got the details out there listed. So check out those soul winning events as well. And anybody that wants to plug soul winning events on the site, we'd love for you to put those out there and host events. And we just kind of want to facilitate an environment where people can get plugged in, go soul winning more. So thanks, Brother Remy, for calling in. God bless. Have a good day. Have a good Easter tomorrow.
Thank you. You too. God bless.
Later, guys. Thanks.
I want to go back to my screen. I want to go through our list of results again real quick, and we'll probably wrap up. There's a few things that we're missing. I don't know if people in the chat can help us find any of it, but Steadfast Baptist Church, we had 112 soul winners, 97 salvations. I'm not going to read all of them again, but Faithful Word, Arizona, 100 soul winners, 66 salvations. We had a ton in the Philippines. Plugged that earlier in the show. Some Melbourne, 15 soul winners, 4 salvations. Canada, we've got Virginia, Missouri, Kissimmee, Idaho, Cincinnati, Yakima, Pennsylvania, Toronto, Canada, Las Vegas, New Zealand, Manchester, UK, Houston, Texas, Pforzheim, Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, Croatia, Chennai, India, Indianapolis, Lebanon, Ohio, Chicago, Illinois, Traverse City, Michigan, Pretoria, Georgia, Cochrane, Alberta, Canada, Lebanon, Pennsylvania, Winnipeg, Manitoba. We've got Orange Park, Florida, Pineville, Louisiana, Janesville, Wisconsin, Kansas City. We haven't talked about Kansas City Baptist Church, Kansas City, 37 soul winners, 9 salvations. Shout out to them. We had a visitor to Soul Winning today that said they kind of heard about us from Kansas City Baptist Church. So shout out to Kansas City Baptist Church going soul winning with us today.
One of those churches you were talking earlier about how there may be more people who decide to come toward us, and I think that's one of those churches that is doing just that.
Amen. Auburndale, Florida, Calgary, Tucson, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Seattle, Ellisburg, Kennewick, Vancouver, Marion, Spokane, Peru, just the whole country, folks. No, I'm just kidding. Bismarck, North Dakota, Sweden. It's Sweden. And then we're missing some. So we need to get the Sweden numbers so people can help us with that. Lowell, Wisconsin, Huntley, New Zealand, Fresno, California, O'Fallon, Missouri, Detroit, Michigan. Oh, we got that 9 and 9. Johannesburg. We put in the Sunshine Coast, Australia. Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. Odessa, Florida. British Columbia. We got a Regina, Saskatchewan. A Katowice, Poland. I thought I saw Poland's on Facebook somewhere. Melbourne. We got Sydney and the country of Victoria. So we got a few things. We may not get them tonight. I know some people are on the other side of the world, so they're even having church or sleeping or something like that. Who knows? But we had 837 soul winners, 1,261 salvations. Crazy. We had more callers. I don't think we're gonna get to them tonight, but I do appreciate everyone who called in. We have a lot of people calling in, a lot of energy on the show. Look, we want to do this again next year. I'll try to get those results, and we'll try to get them posted at some point, maybe tomorrow. If people can post, if you were shout out on one of those, just comment on the show or update your God Resource event, and so we can get those plugged in. I'll put out a post if I can. Huge results. And you know what? After reading all those countries and those states, I mean, the new IFB's dead, folks.
Yeah, evidently. If this is what it looks like for us to be dead, I'd like to know what it looks like for us to be alive, because that would just be insanity.
I mean, this is great.
Yeah, so many soul winning opportunities. The thing is you see so many different countries, cities, areas participating. It just goes to show the impact that a smaller group of churches has been able to make. That's because the truth is powerful. The truth is able to take a minority of people and enable them to make a big impact. You know, a minority with God is a majority at the end of the day, but you have Philippines getting involved. You have Europe, you bring up Sweden, all the different cities in the United States as well. This is the bandwagon that you need to join if you care about soul winning. This is the bandwagon that you need to join if you actually want to go out and reach the lost with the gospel of Christ and with zeal as well, because this is the bandwagon that loves soul winning, period.
We just got some more updates. 841 soul winners, 1,262 salvations. I mean, it's incredible, folks. That's great numbers, great results. Tons of pastors. Shout out to them. I know that First Works Baptist Church had soul winning today too. I don't think we got numbers from them necessarily, but shout out to California and Pastor Mejia out there.
It's 5:55 for them, so they're probably
they might not even be done
still
yet.
recouping.
I don't know what they're doing for soul winning out there, but huge. One day, lots of people getting saved. You know, as much effort, energy, and as many people participated, it kind of gives you respect for the Bible when they got 3,000 people saved in one day.
Exactly right.
I mean, think how many people participated. We had 840 something people participate. We had 1,200. They had 120 people, and they got 3,000 people saved in one day. That's some serious effort, serious energy. Great work. Let's do it again next year. We're going to do all 50 states, and hopefully we'll have the God Resource site working even better, and we'll just have all kinds of events out there. Hopefully we'll keep using it. Please keep using the site. We're making updates to the video, to the events, to the church listing. You can go out there. If you want to help us with the church listing, just create the listing or create the update. First, try to find the church, because I think we have most of them. See if you can find the church. If you can, give us an update. If you can't find it, then we'll add it to the list. But
yeah, this is what life is all about at the end of the day. We have received the ministry of reconciliation. We have true purpose in our lives as Christians now. We have a goal for us to try to reach in our lifetimes, which is to reach the lost with the gospel. And the new IFB has given us a platform to do that. They've armed us as church members with invitations, with inspiring sermons, trying to get us excited about soul winning. And it is events like this where on a single day, you can go out, you can put in the work, you can have the fellowship, and then you can come back, listen to this live stream, and listen to the numbers come in and roll in like an election day. What a night. And I'm looking forward to next year, all 50 states participating, and hopefully, Lord willing, this becomes something we do on an annual basis. Thank you to the pastors and everybody who helped to organize a soul-winning event today. Keep up the great work. We hope that you continue to soul win, not just today, but throughout this entire year as well. Get those salvations, get those numbers, knock some doors, get the boldness that you need to be successful as a soul winner, and let's go soul winning.
Amen. This is the best election stream we've ever had, and I really appreciate all of our callers. I want to shout out to some of our chats, though, too. So we got a lot of good chats in here. Chef Josh 77 said, from Straight Gate Bible Church anniversary, 2 years. So I guess they're having that next Sunday. Food provided. Thank you, Pastor Shelley and crew, for your boldness and generosity. Friends in Florida, if you ever want to visit, no beans. Hey, I appreciate the shout out there.
They're willing to
Soldier for
accommodate
Christ
you.
said, one more to report from Las Vegas. 3 soul winners and 2 salvations. We had 21 trips. Watching this right now from the storage closet at Verity Baptist Church, wishing I could report my soul winning numbers in the chat, but I don't want to violate my NDA. Wow, pretty spicy comment there. SBC St. Louis, 8 salvations, 11 soul winners. We've got, in the Fresno, we had 5 soul winners and 15 salvations. Thanks, Johannes, for updating us on that. Hey, Pastor Shelley, I was out today in Sweden. Me and the brother, and I was out, and they had 17 salvations in Sweden. That's awesome.
Praise the Lord.
Getting white people saved, I'm assuming. I don't know. I've never been to Sweden. It sounds like it'd be a cool place to go. I am going to Germany, though. So if you want to meet me, I'm going most of the way to you guys out there in Europe. You come just a little bit to me, right? So I go from Texas to Germany. You come from wherever you are in Europe. And I would love to meet y'all and go soul winning with you guys. Great show, Pastor Shelley, Brother Ben, OSAS 2001. Adela said if it was Blessed Hope Baptist Church in Sydney that had the 10 salvations yesterday. So that's great. Eric, that dude, said the new IFB is awesome. Hey, I love that comment. Rosemary Heim, to God be the glory. The new IFB is wonderful.
Amen.
Springcrest, rise up because he is risen.
Amen.
I like that comment. That's a good sermon title, LOL. Yeah, I was thinking if I ever get invited to preach in Idaho, it's Baptist or Bust. Is that the sermon title?
Go for it. Baptist or Bust. There we go.
We've got Adela. Thanks, Pastor Shelley and Ben and others. We've got PMAC, Treadmill of Works. We've got how many cities participated? I don't know. I think we had 46 events created on God Resource alone, and that didn't include like the 9 or 10 from the Philippines. It definitely didn't include a lot of the events. Probably close to like 60, 70 when it came to the number of events. Let's see how many lines we got here. We got 85 lines. I think there's some gaps. It looks like almost 80 events almost. Some of these are headers, but close to 80 different events. That's crazy. Lots of soul winners. We're going to have even more next year. Has anyone gone to Russia? I don't know. I don't know if we have anybody in Russia. Thanks, Pastor Shelley, Brother Ben. Great show. We've got lots of stickers in there. New IP stickers. I don't even know how they do that. Oh, I guess they're down at the bottom. That's pretty cool. I guess our crew is just super awesome. They can just put in the new IB sticker. Like I said, God Resource, good news. If at some point I'll have shirts on the site that people can get if they want still to get a new IB fan shirt from God Resource. Sorry, Steadfast doesn't have any more. If you come to Steadfast Baptist Church, it's free. You just show up at Steadfast, you just get stuff free.
Go like this. Like this, and you just grab what you want.
Grab whatever you want.
Hey, I want to say this was a victory lap tonight, but I want to end with this comment. You ain't seen nothing yet.
So I don't have all the results. So apologize, but currently we have 848 soul winners, 1,294 salvations, and that's still with a handful of locations that we just didn't quite capture. So almost 1,300 salvations for the day. Praise God. Thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you for all the faithful soul winners out there.
What's your reaction to what I said, though? I need you to react to it.
Say it again. So I
said
can get a good reaction.
I said today we had a victory lap live stream, but you ain't seen nothing yet.
Nothing yet, because you know what? Victory Live is going to have a show.
Thanks for the plug.
The best podcast on the internet, folks. Victory Live. I have to admit, I finally got to go on the show recently.
Bucket list
Great
item
show. You got to check out Victory Live. Ben, is there anything else you want to plug before we finish?
No, that's it. Thanks for having me. God bless you all.
Yeah, I want to plug the new IFB. You want to join. You want to get in there. Even if you can't, just go to a recommended church. You can go to the God Resource church listings, find a church in your area, get plugged in, start going soul winning. Christ came down to us. He died. He was buried. But you know what? He rose again. And we need to champion that gospel, that it's Christ that bought all of our sins, and we need to get the Baptist bias.